Welcome back, everybody. So last time we talked about the importance of taking these games at your own pace, but of course it helps to have some kind of goal for your playing. And bullet hell games and shmups in general are interesting in the sense that you kind of have to set your own goals. So there are basically two main ways to play these games. Either you're playing for score, and that's simple. You're just trying to get a high score. You're not interested in how far you get in the game. Maybe you're doing some crazy strats in the first levels and getting huge bonuses, stuff. Or you can go for survival, which means clearing the game on one continue. So you're not interested in scoring, you just want to get through the game. And you can die, you can make mistakes, but as long as you're just using the one continue, it's considered a 1 credit clear, or 1cc for short. If you're just starting out, it's better to concentrate on survival for now, because you can't survive, you can't score, it's that simple. Of course, when you get more comfortable with these games, be sure to add some scoring to your play, because it makes it a much more fun, deep, satisfying experience. But if you're just starting out, even just pure survival may seem like a tremendous challenge. And it doesn't help that these games, what they usually do is they give you unlimited continues. So you can just, like, every time you lose your lives, you just put in another credit and you can credit feed to the end of the game. And then there isn't much of a point to the playing, because like you have infinite lives. But on the other hand, if you start from the beginning every time you game over, then it just kind of turns it into an NES game. And no offense to NES games, love those, but it's not the best use of your time to just like kind of breeze through the easy sections over and over and then immediately die when you get to the more difficult sections. I know people have different and sometimes quite strong opinions on this, but personally for me, the best way I found to learn and enjoy these games is to practice the individual levels, bosses, and the most difficult parts in isolation, and then try to combine them together into this complete package, like a musical composition or something. Different games allow you to do this in different ways. So last time I talked about how Dodonpachi was the first bullet hell game that I played, and I played it on MAME, which is an arcade emulator, and MAME has save states. So I would just kind of create my own checkpoints using these saves, and I would reload them as many times as I wanted to. And after Dodonpachi, I started playing Mushihime-sama on Steam, and that game actually has a practice mode where you can choose the level and I think the mid-boss or the boss that you want to start on, and different settings and stuff, so you could use that to practice. Depending on the game, the method may be different, but the point is the same: to divide the game into manageable chunks and not try to learn it in this one huge go. I feel like this way of approaching bullet hell games is important not only because of like time management reasons or something, because these games were originally created for arcades, so they're meant to take your coins, and that's why they try to destroy you every chance they get. And that can get really demotivating, because like, where's the fun in playing a game that's just out to get you? But if instead of trying to clear the whole game, you concentrate on, let's say, beating level 1 without dying. Now, I know when you're just starting out, it may be a challenge in itself, but it's much more attainable than beating the whole game. So by creating these small-scale attainable goals, like beat level 1 without dying, like beat level 2 boss with just 1 bomb or something, you're setting yourself up for a positive feedback loop. So you have a goal that you can achieve, then you achieve that goal, you feel nice inside, and you want to keep on playing, instead of just losing over and over and getting stressed out by the game. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to learn the game perfectly before you can start doing full runs, like 1cc runs. And I know, because I kind of fell into that trap with my first Dodonpachi clear, where I was so afraid of the last stage, of the last boss, that I learned how to play the earlier parts of the game without losing any lives and not using many bombs, because then I could just spam my way through at the end. And looking back, that wasn't the best way to approach the game, maybe, but just keep in mind that at least alternating practice and doing like more long form runs is a more productive and I feel more enjoyable way to approach these games, instead of like starting from scratch every time. If you have a different take on what's the best way to practice and learn these games, feel free to let me know in the comments. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and next time we'll be talking about movement. So see you then.